The cannon's thunder. On May 29, 1453, Sultan Mehmed II's colossal army breaches Constantinople's ancient walls, bringing down the curtain on 1,000 years of empire. It looks like a swift, crushing defeat, but that's a mirage. The Byzantine Empire didn't collapse fast, it had been slowly, tragically, dismantling itself for centuries before the Ottoman siege even began. Constantinople burns, its treasures plundered, its people scattered. Yet, the story of its fall is not just about external invaders. This magnificent empire, heir to Rome, was already dying from within. From a seemingly unassailable position, Byzantium bleeds itself dry, struggling with ambition, greed, and catastrophic internal decisions. How did an empire of such immense power and wealth become a hollow shell, ripe for conquest? Our story begins in 527 AD. Emperor Justinian I ascends the throne, burning with Roman ambition. He dreams of restoring the empire's former glory, from the Atlantic to the Euphrates. His brilliant general, Belisarius, sweeps across North Africa, Italy, and parts of Spain. Byzantium's borders expand dramatically, reclaiming vast swathes of the old Western Roman Empire. But this grand reconquest comes at a staggering price. The treasury is emptied, and the empire is stretched beyond its administrative and economic limits. Was this overextension the first crack in Byzantium's foundation? Then, the unimaginable, the Plague of Justinian strikes in 541 AD. This devastating pandemic wipes out millions, perhaps a third of the empire's population vanishes, gutting its workforce and tax base. The very foundation of imperial power crumbles. After Justinian, political stability shatters. Emperors rise and fall in a brutal cycle of coups, assassinations, and civil wars. The struggle for power becomes Byzantium's most dangerous internal enemy. This constant internal strife bleeds the empire dry. Resources meant for defense or infrastructure are diverted to bribe loyalties or fund private armies. The once mighty Byzantine military weakens from within. The Thema system, provincial militias tied to land, once provided crucial defense. But over centuries, local magnates accumulate power, turning these themes into personal fiefdoms. The central government's authority erodes. Economic decline sets in. Debasement of currency, crippling taxes, and declining trade routes choke the once thriving economy. Constantinople, once the wealthiest city in the world, sees its coffers dwindle. The Fourth Crusade in 1204 delivers a devastating blow, not from an enemy, but from fellow Christians. Western Crusaders sack Constantinople itself, a betrayal from which the empire never truly recovers. The restored Byzantine Empire under the Palaiologos dynasty is a mere shadow. A patchwork of territories, economically crippled, and constantly vying for survival against ambitious neighbors and internal factions. It is an empire in name only. By the 15th century, the once glorious empire consists of just Constantinople and a few small fragments. Emperor Constantine XI, the last Roman emperor, faces an impossible task. His capital is a shell, his armies meager, his people demoralized. When the Ottoman siege begins, the city's fate is already sealed. The empire's heart has been hollowed out by centuries of its own making. The fall of Constantinople was not a sudden catastrophe. It was the final, inevitable gasp of an empire that succumbed to its own ambition, its relentless internal strife, and its tragic economic decline. The external forces merely delivered the final blow to an empire that had already died within. If you want to delve deeper into the fascinating stories behind history's greatest empires, make sure to subscribe to Before the Fall and hit that notification bell.